Good morning. Today I'm going to talk to you about forensic anthropology. Now you must be asking, what is forensic anthropology? And I'm going to break it down for you. So basically you have forensics, which means crime or something to do with the legal system. And then you might be also thinking, what is anthropology? It's a big word, you probably have heard it here or there, but you might really not know what it is. Anthropology is the study of humans, past to present. Now, that also sounds very general. But now, there are four main branches of anthropology. There's cultural anthropology, which studies the development of human cultures, and linguistic anthropology, which studies the development of language. Surprisingly, archaeology is even considered a part of anthropology, because it's the study of past human artifacts. And finally, we have physical anthropology, which is the study of the development of the human body. This is the one we will be focusing on today, physical anthropology. How does the knowledge of the human body help solve crimes with a forensic anthropologist? Well, a forensic anthropologist uses their knowledge of the human skeletal system to help identify remains and the trauma that has been done to them. How do they do this? Well, over the years, they've learned many techniques to identify things such as sex, age, and even ethnicity. Now I can show you some of these techniques. If you look here towards the hip, most hips actually sort of look the same, but when you really look at them, there's a big difference between a male and a female. When you put them together, this is called like the tuberosseal arch or something, but basically a male will have a narrow arch while a woman has a wider arch. The woman has the wider arch because she has to give childbirth. This is one of the big factors. Another factor you can do with male or female is there's a notch on the back of the bone. It will be called the sciatic notch because when a woman's pregnant, it presses the sciatic nerve against it and it actually leaves an indentation after. So this can also tell you if the victim was pregnant. When you look at the skull, you have many things that can tell you age, ethnicity, even sex. But we're going to look mainly at ethnicity and sex. This thing right here is called your mastoid process. It's like at the corner of your neck or whatever. Well, basically, the larger it is, more than likely it will be a man, or even a different ethnicity besides Caucasian. It's not the main thing they look for, but it's one of the things. If it's smaller, it's usually like a feminine feature, so more than likely it's a female. One of the bigger things they look for on here, though, is your jaw. Usually, males do have like a cubed jaw, like it's that big jaw. Everyone's like, ooh, look at that jawline, literally. So you have women, though, that have like a slender, thin bone structure. Another thing to look for this is for ethnicities. It's called prognatism. It's when your teeth actually come at an angle, and this is mostly found in African Americans. So that is one big factor they look there. Another thing they do is nasal guttering. Nasal guttering is in here, and it's like little circles on your bone. Most of the time, it changes where your climate is, so this is what they do for ethnicity a lot of the time, too. Moving on, though, you may be thinking, how do they know all this? Like, why have they learned all this? How much time have they put in this? They have put in, an average certified forensic anthropologist has put in 12 to 13 years of schooling. Now, that's a lot, people, let's be real. As of today, there are only 86 certified forensic anthropologists in the country. The reason that's low is because all of the extensive training and all the things they have to do to become certified. You would usually start out with an undergrad program and start majoring in anthropology. You would then further specialize into physical anthropology. And then you have to get a master's and specialize in forensics. And then you have to get a PhD. And then you have to do a year of internship with an accredited institution. And finally, you have to take an exam. So, now you may think, where are these places, like, who hires these people? Where do they work? There aren't actually that many places. Usually it'll be like a state agency. Usually like every state has one certified forensic anthropologist for all the cases. It varies upon population density. Like Washington, D.C. has like 4. We have 1. So now they can work for state agencies, state, federal like the FBI charters people for special cases. You have things like the United Nations, when there's mass murders in different countries, they can send people to help identify bodies over there. That's kind of what I want to go into, but I'm not for sure yet. Then you have even things like private archaeology companies. People use them because they do have like knowledge of skeletons, so when they exhume like skeletal remains from past, usually they're the best people to do it. And then finally, I'd like to thank you all for your time, and if you have any questions, just catch me after this. Anthropology by itself is an interesting topic, but the ways we apply it are even more interesting. Thank you, and have a blessed day. I'm done.